Thanks for joining us for NBA action on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan, and joining me, former NBA players Greg Anthony and Richard Jefferson. And the award-winning David Aldridge is on our sideline. The Detroit Pistons preparing to defend home court in this Eastern Conference battle. And going against Chicago, their first game of the NBA's regular season. This team matched up so well during the regular season last year, splitting their 4 games. This should be a terrific battle.
And although they were the better team last year by overall record, this was a competitive matchup for them.
Now here's Barnes. Pass to Klingon. No good from 18. And Greg, for longtime Pistons fans, that bad boys era was so special.
I mean, Detroit's a tough, hard-working town, and those teams did have great talent led by Isaiah Thomas, but it was their physical, intimidating style of play that made them the bad boys. An explosive player, Thompson has serious leaping ability, and that comes in handy around the basket.
Klingon shot is off.
And he might have thrown himself off when he saw how much space he had from 3.
That's tipped. Done with it. Picked up by Thompson. Davis drives in. Offensive rebound. A nice shot by Klingon.
Hey, they've broken the seal. 3 misses to start, but now they're in business.
And timeout called by J.B. Bickerstaff. He wants to talk to his guys. And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, I was able to talk with J.B. Bickerstaff for a minute. He told me, now that team goes as Anthony Davis goes. When AD is feeling good and he's in rhythm, everything clicks. Coach said we'll need a team effort at both ends. Our communication has to be excellent, and even then, we're not going to completely stop him. Guys?
Thanks, David. Oh, that's blocked. And here's the fast break. Dunn leading the way. First 1:30 gone here in the first quarter. Here's Klingon. No good on the triple.
Still very early, but that's not the start they want. 1 for 5 shooting.
Archibald with the bucket. And Barnes has got the ball here for the Chicago Bulls. It's a 3-point game. Now Klingon. And it's Klingon with the jam.
Oh, you got to feel for a guy getting dunked on like that. I mean, he's got no shot to stop that unless maybe he can pick up another foot somewhere.
Archibald can't hit. In transition, here come the Bulls. Thompson with it. Now guarded by Dunn. And Duran slams it in.
Great awareness by Thompson, wanting to find his open teammates whenever he can.
Pass to Thompson. Lets it go with the 3. Rebound by the Pistons. There's the drive. And Barnes sends it back. And there's a whistle that goes on Scotty Barnes. That's his first foul.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the D.
Now here's Cunningham to the middle. The drive by Thompson. And the foul called on Cade Cunningham. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
And in this first quarter, about 3 minutes played. Barnes down low. Mourning with some nice D.
Look, the defense was locked in on him there. They know how dangerous he can be, and they guarded him perfectly. Not his best efficiency this quarter. Look, sometimes that's how it goes.
Here's Lively. And finished off by Lively.
That's a nice dive from Barnes, showing he can break down the defense with his passing.
And Richard, talking about Anthony Davis for a second here. When healthy, he's still one of the best players in the NBA.
Yeah, his health has always been a question mark for quite a while, Kevin. But make no mistake, when AD's good to go, he's one of the best players in the world.
And here is Barnes, following the three-pointer by Andrew Wiggins. A drive by Barnes. Oh, and the dunk by Barnes.
Mercy, Scotty Barnes. That was nasty.
It's good.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
And it's Barnes with the ball for the Bulls. Trailing by 4. Pass to Thompson. The kick out to Barnes. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Lively. And a miss there on the triple.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way. You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And all of a sudden, that man was just on the other end. Wow.
A drive by Barnes. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game. Davis, that's for 2. And it's Mourning with the rebound.
They say it's a make-or-miss league, and there are some times that you miss.
Cunningham for 3. Barnes with it. He got it up. Oh, big time shot.
Wow. Ringing the bell. That's the way to close a quarter.
And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Pistons.
So far, they haven't had to force anything. They're swinging the ball around and turning good. Passing into points.
And the other thing I've been impressed with, guys, is their assertiveness at attacking the paint, trying to hunt for those high percentage looks.
And when you talk to people about the Bulls, GA, Michael Jordan's shadow still looms large over this team and organization.
And, Kevin, they haven't won a championship before or since he was in Chicago. They've had plenty of good players, Derrick Rose and MVP, Jimmy Butler as well. But the results haven't been there. He's just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
Richardson with it. Duran picks him up for the 3. Rebound, Detroit. And Duran slams it in.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. Down low. And Klingon has it in the corner. Pass to Duran. And stolen by Dunn. Here's Shannon. Now that's how to finish the break. Throw down with force.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
That's the last thing you need to happen down the stretch. Let's see how they respond to the devastating punch.
Drives to the hoop. Scored the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
Love how selfless he is setting brick screens like this. Plays like that right there are what help create easy scoring opportunities.
And here we go. Richardson heading to the hoop. The defense that time from Duran.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
Making the floater look this smooth is not as easy as it looks. It's a challenging shot.
And when you take a look at Jalen Duran, a big man, Greg, who seems to get better each and every season.
Well, you know, he averaged a double-double in his second season. I especially like how hard he goes at the rebounds. This guy has a bright future in this league.
Giddy, no good.
And he's usually able to score on that type of defense rather easily. Surprising to see him come away empty.
Bulls making a switch here. Bulls trailed by 5. Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. Here's Richardson. Nothing on the board. Trying to find Davis. He's got it now. And it's Davis with the jam.
Great work by Davis in the screen roll. Good at making himself a big target in these situations.
Both teams will make substitutions.
Substitution on the floor.
About 3 minutes played so far in the second quarter. Cunningham drives in. Pass to Archibald. Drills the three-pointer. Archibald's got 8 points. 1:53 left in the first half of basketball. Here's Dinwiddie. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
Look at how competitive Davis gets on the glass. He just knows how valuable those second chance shots are.
The screen from Thompson. Pass to Mourning. Front past the arc. And he's good on the 3-ball. Mourning's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Dinwiddie surveying the floor. Thompson outside. Shot clock at 5. And he gets that one to go off the front iron. Thompson's got his first points of the game.
We all know Clay can hit this. His accuracy from the mid-range is a reliable option, to say the least.
Nice shot by Thompson.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Pass to Thompson. There's 38 seconds left in the first half.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
Just playing with poise and confidence, and they continue to put points on the board.
And it's because they're not playing in a rush. They're just letting their shots come naturally within the flow of the offense.
And here we go with Thompson running it up the court. Here's Wiggins. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Asar Thompson. That is his first foul of the game. 7 seconds left in the first half of the game. Thompson for 3. That falls. Nice feed that time from Dinwiddie. Thompson's got 5 points now in the quarter. Here's Lyles. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And the first half is now in the books. Pistons lead by 8. And we'll be back right after halftime to get the third quarter underway. And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. Pistons leading by 8. Thompson outside. And the layup's good off the glass. Thompson's got the first points of the third quarter up on the board for Detroit. And Greg, you talk about toughness, the compete factor. How does a team create that culture?
Call it critical mass. When you have the entire organization and enough players committed to that kind of effort, everyone has to meet that level.
And so it's Cunningham with it. He brings it up for Detroit. Back to Duren. And Duren slams it in.
D was too focused on Wiggins scoring. Easy give to his teammate.
Now here's Dinwiddie. Still yet to score. To the paint. Barnes down low. Yes, that goes in.
Just tough, gritty play there by Barnes. That's how you deal with physicality.
And when you think about Andrew Wiggins, championship-level defender for sure.
He can get in a guy's shirt without fouling him. He has the lateral movement to keep ball handlers in front of him. Really tough to do, especially in isolation.
To the inside. Oh, and here we go. Cunningham heading to the hoop. And it's Thompson with the jam.
I think the rim could be 12 feet off the ground, and Thompson could still go get the lob.
Here's Dinwiddie driving to the basket. Up and in on the layup. Dinwiddie's got his first 2 points of the night. Cunningham for 3. Chicago grabs the miss.
When you've made your first 3 shots of the half, I think it's okay for a heat check.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, we are seeing a new generation taking over the NBA. Commissioner Adam Silver says stars can be created much quicker these days. Sports is a meritocracy and talent gets rewarded. With a social media community in the billions for basketball and a global market for talent, new and different stars end up emerging. Kevin?
Which is always good for the game. Great to see. And David, a great report again from you. Thank you. Here's Lively. And finished off by Lively.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg. Greg, we see the NBA fining players for certain actions or statements.
Multiple offenders are always going to be under the microscope, Kevin. Sometimes they end up playing into those expectations, so those punishments can appear a bit skewed.
Pass to Mourning. It's tipped. And that's out of bounds. Detroit will retain possession. And the Bulls making a change here.
Coming onto the floor for the Bulls. Number 1.
1:57 left to play in the third. Just 2 to shoot. Giddey. And again, it's the Pistons missing. Bulls trail by 10. Inside. Here's Klingon. Davis inside. No good there, and that would have cut it to single digits. Greg, their unselfish play has really been impressive.
They're trusting one another out there, wanting to get each other involved. This is great basketball.
In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Pass to Klingon. Over Mourning. Klingon shot is off.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Now here is Mourning. And here's Stewart. Hasn't made one yet. Pistons passing it around. 5 to shoot. Detroit, no good that time either. Bulls trailed by 10. Here's Richardson. Slammed in by Richardson.
Oh, forget about going for the long-range bomb to cut into that lead. Just take it to the hoop, my friend.
And how? Brilliant throwdown.
He can really stroke it from deep. You have to keep better tabs on him.
And the foul on Marcus Sasser. That's his first foul. Pass to Shannon. Now Barnes. Into the lane. And he uses the glass on the layup. Barnes has got 4 points in the quarter.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Out left of the wing. Morning's shot is good.
I mean, a 6'8" playmaker. Giddey is a point forward, and he piles up the assists.
Pass to Shannon. With the drive. Ooh, what a slam!
Oh, my.
What a slam!
Gracious. Oh, that's an old-fashioned rim wrapper.
Just a remarkable jam. These fans' jaws are on the ground right now. Here's Morning. And the last-second attempt doesn't fall. And so it's the Detroit Pistons in control with the 9-point lead to end the quarter.
36.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. Bulls trailed by 9. To the paint. Outside, Davis. Puts it up from 12. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron.
And when he rises up, he knows he's probably going to get a clean look. It's a matter of executing.
Yeah, the defender just lacks the reach to be able to contest him properly.
It's Thompson off the drive. And Thompson throws it down.
So fast of foot. On the run, Arcier, tough to catch.
Here's Shannon. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
And I got to say, sort of surprising he goes for a slam that difficult when they're trailing.
But still a magnificent move to the rim. Bulls trailed by 7. Lets the 3 fly. Thompson with the rebound. They get it again. Wiggins outside. On the wing, Thompson. 5 on the clock. Cunningham outside. It's in, coming off the assist from Thompson.
When you can play Cunningham on the ball, off the ball, he's really a generational talent, partly because of his versatility.
Just about 1.5 minutes gone by here in the fourth. Pass to Klingon. And it's Klingon with the jam.
Just a terrific effort on the offensive glass. That's how they're going to cut into this league.
And Greg, a dunk like that is sure to give them a spark. Davis up top. Now done. It's deflected. And now the Pistons fast break. And Thompson slams it home.
And his athleticism is really off the charts. Love seeing Thompson punch it home like that.
Pass to Davis. Over Thompson. Anthony Davis, too much size.
And a lot of teams avoid the mid-range jumper, but they seem to be using it well.
The screen from Thompson. Lobbed up there for Thompson. And another turnover here by Detroit.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
The Bulls making a switch here. Barnes looking around. And the dunk by Barnes.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. The solo alley-oop? That's not something we see too often.
Timed perfectly. Oh, how about that slam?
Whoa. Oh, that is just unreal.
Is this the dunk contest, or are we actually playing a real game?
No, this one counts, Greg, believe me.
My
But confidence to attempt an alley-oop to himself.
It's been like this all night for both teams. The offenses having their way.
Yeah, but I think it's going to come down to who can get the stops down the stretch, because that's who's going to come away with this one.
Now Cunningham. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. Clingan with the steal. Dunn right side. Clingan with it. The kick out to Barnes. Down to 5 on the shot clock. This one for 3. Detroit with the rebound. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. Here's Thompson. And he drives in. And Thompson slams it home.
And when he lets the athleticism take over, Thompson can do almost anything.
And there's the 8-second call as they can't get it across half court in time.
And just a little too lax with that possession, and it cost them.
And if they want to come back in this game, look, they got to clean up those mistakes.
Cunningham outside. There's the triple. Can't hit that one. Good D by Thompson. Here's Chicago. 8-point game. It's Richardson on the wing. He takes it in. And it's Richardson slamming it down.
Oh, get out of his way.
No way the D was going to slow him down. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Cunningham for 3. Jason Richardson pulls it in.
Got to be kidding.
Hey, talk about taking things into your own hands. And so the big win by Detroit in a tight game. Probably a little closer than they would have liked it, but a win nonetheless.
Yeah, but I really got a sense that the fans gave them that emotional boost that was needed down the stretch. This